Hello, I'm Sarah Roberts, and in this series we've been looking at top tips and approaches to cover climate change and sustainability in your schools. However, these topics are still not particularly prominent on the national curriculum, but with a little bit of creativity we can get around this. In this final video of the series, we are going to be looking at simple ways that you can layer environmental topics into your existing curriculum studies. And we'll be showcasing the work of some of our best eco schools in how they do this, so that you can have a starting block or something to take home and tweak so that it works for your pupils. We're steering clear of science and geography because these subjects lend themselves quite well to this topic. Instead, we're going to focus on 6 other subjects, including English, maths, art, history, DT, and PSHE. For English, many eco schools actually use climate change and sustainability for context when it comes to their writing activities. This includes structuring information, articulating different ideas, writing from different perspectives, or writing to persuade. For example, pupils could write to their local decision makers, such as their MPs, to ask for change. They might prepare a passionate speech, vlog or blog to address having more sustainable practices within their school. Or they might just write instructions that could help others to reduce their carbon footprint. In maths, most age groups are going to have to do some form of gathering, comparing and presenting data. And within your school, there is a huge amount of data sets to look at. This is a great opportunity to add in an environmental twist. You could track your energy consumption using a smart meter. You could monitor how many children travel to school sustainably each day. You could even monitor the biodiversity that grows on your site over a period of time, or partner with the canteen staff and find out exactly how much waste is produced each lunchtime. This data can then be used to guide sustainable actions within your school. You can actually get really creative here. Man-made climate change actually started in England with the Industrial Revolution. So there are so many ways that you can actually layer climate change topics into this period of teaching. You might look at the impacts of sudden urbanisation across parts of the country and see what effects this had on pollution. You can examine the increase in greenhouse gas production as a result of factory processes over time. You could even use this as a stimulus to investigate the impact that your community may have had on the environment totally unwittingly, and see if perhaps there's a way that we can improve from here. Many eco schools challenge their students to respond to design briefs. These can tie directly to climate change and sustainability, and you can really let your pupils' imaginations run wild here. Briefs can prompt the design of something or the actual build itself. Pupils could also create inventions to tackle extreme impacts of climate change, such as flooding, drought, or extreme weather patterns. Or instead of designing a completely new product, you could actually hack existing products and alter the materials that they're made out of to make a more sustainable, recyclable solution instead. Or how about getting creative with the items that we waste and seeing if there's actually a way that we can make an everyday object out of them. The future is probably going to throw up many unexpected obstacles, so having students who are able to solve problems and encouraging that design aspect of their life now is definitely going to be a useful asset in future. There are many great artists out there who upcycle waste materials and turn them into their art. Here are 3 great examples. Labini Hamid recycles printed materials to make collages that explore Black identity. The Guerra de la Paz collective makes sculptures from waste clothing to question consumerism. And Studio KCA highlights pollution by creating huge sculptures from marine plastic waste. explore their work, use it for inspiration before going out to collect your own waste materials, and then making your own bold statement on climate change and a masterpiece at the same time. In PSHE, lots of eco schools use climate change and sustainability for their topic of discussion and debate. For the Living in the Wilder World theme, you could explore the question, is it true that the richest countries in the world have created climate change, yet it's the poorest countries in the world that are going to feel its impacts most? For the health and well-being theme, you could explore eco-anxiety and mental health. Refer back to video 3 if you want some tips on how to talk about that one in the curriculum. And finally, for the relationships theme, you could also ask your pupils to discuss just how comfortable they would feel challenging somebody about their maybe not so sustainable habits, such as meat consumption, car idling, or littering. Over the course of this series, we have given you lots of top tips and approaches to discuss climate change and sustainability within your school. It is a huge subject area though, and this is really just the tip of the iceberg. But for now, I hope that we've given you enough confidence and sparked a little bit of inspiration that you're going to want to go ahead and explore these topics more. For more information on how to get your Green Flag Award, head to EcoSchool's website.